Hi, guys, and welcome to yet another episode of In This Season with Trish. Yes, if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back home. And if you're new to this channel, you are welcome to this amazing family where we go through every season together. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and also don't forget to turn on that notification bell so that every time I drop a new video, you are notified. So, with that said, guys, today I have another interesting topic that I just want us to dissect and interact and, just share our thoughts on. So, guys, I know I hate waiting. If there's one thing I hate to do is to wait. Whether it's waiting in a line, whether it's waiting for food, whether it's waiting for a prayer that I've been praying for many years, whether it's waiting for somebody not showing up on time, I hate waiting. I think many of us here can relate to that, right? Comment down in the comment section and let me know what are some of the things that you hate waiting for. I'm sure it's a whole list of them, but just one or two. Let me know what are some of the things that you hate waiting for. So, guys, with that said, let's get into today's topic. Let's go. Many a times during our waiting season, we become so focused on when this blessing will come, how this blessing will come, or even how will this blessing be packaged when it comes. And we forget to ask ourselves, am I currently in the right state to receive this blessing? Because sometimes you can receive this blessing and mess it up and lose the blessing as well. So, have you found yourself thinking sometimes, hey, when is this partner that I've been praying for going to come? When is this dream car that I've been praying for going to come? When is my business going to flourish? When is this big break going to come? When is the fruit of the womb that I've been praying for so long, God? When is this going to come? The list goes on and on of the different things that we're praying for and hoping for, and most importantly, waiting for, right? But we spend so much time waiting, hoping, stressing about these things. But we forget to ask ourselves questions like, who am I becoming during this waiting season? Am I developing a character that will be able to steward this blessing once it comes? I'll tell you this. As you may know already, I am in the waiting season of finding a good partner, right? And I think especially women, I don't know if men do this, but women, I'll speak for myself. I had at some point I still do, right? But it's a different kind of list. But you've got this list where you've got this like boxes that you have to tick, the kind of partner that you would like, right? The kind of partner that you would like to end up with. And some of the things that you pray for, like, I want a kind guy, I want a loyal guy, I want a driven guy, I want a hardworking guy, I want a God-fearing guy, I want an honest guy, I want, the list can go on, right? I'm not saying all those things were in my list, but these are just examples that I'm stating. But I had to get to a point where I had to ask myself, girl, you're making this list, checking all these boxes. Like, does this person check? Nope, doesn't check. Yes, check, 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 right? But girl, Trish, do you check all those boxes? This is what I'm talking about, guys. To say sometimes, we have this dream of how you want your gift or your blessing to be packaged, right? It may not be a partner, it might be something else, right? You have this dream that you want your partner to be packaged in a certain way, or your gift to be packaged in a certain way. Yet you yourself, are you that, are you that partner that this person that you're check marking deserves? Because if I am not that, how do I find myself worthy to get a person like that as well? So these are some of the things that I'm talking about, to say, I then had to say, no, actually, girl, there's some of these things on your own list that you are not, and you have to work on them. So that's when I talk about working on your character to be able to, steward that blessing when it comes. So work on yourself, work on your character, work on your behavior. Some of us are praying for new jobs, but we're not honoring the current jobs that we're in, you know. Some of us are praying for a new home, or to buy a house, but currently you're renting, but you don't, you know, you treat the house, or just because it's not yours, you don't look after the house, you know, you don't look after it, but yet we're praying for blessings to get our own house, you know. So there's so many things that we can talk about, guys, that, you know, when you're in your waiting season, don't let that be a wasted space, because the waiting season is not a wasted space. I really believe that the waiting season is a time where you can, you know, prepare yourself for that blessing, so that when you get it, you don't mess up. You know, it's so easily to lose that blessing if you are not, you know, prepared for it. So let's not find ourselves, guys, in a situation where we've waited so long. Imagine waiting so long for something only to lose it again. That is super frustrating. So I think, you know, let's take time to prepare ourselves, to prepare our character, to become the right person to receive that blessing, so that when it comes, you're able to nurture it and look after it, you know. Here are some things that I always pray for during my waiting season. One, I would say, is discernment. I always pray for discernment because sometimes, guys, you know, you miss the blessing and settle for the counterfeit blessing. And the last thing you want is having waited so long and, you know, so long for this blessing only to settle for a counterfeit blessing. That would be super frustrating. So, guys, let's pray for discernment and ask God to, you know, help us to see when, you know, this is the right thing that we prayed for and this is just a counterfeit blessing. You know, sometimes it's packaged and looks like what we've been praying for, but it's just a trap, you know, just so that you settle and, you know, you don't walk into the actual blessing that God has in store for you. The second thing, guys, is wisdom. Wisdom, guys, there's so much power in wisdom. Equip yourself, whether it's reading, whether it's researching, whether it's speaking to people that have been through similar situations, people that have businesses, people that have bought homes, people that are now married. Equip yourself with knowledge, guys, so that you're more aware and, you know, you are ready to you know, take on this blessing. I am going to attach a book specifically for the people that are currently waiting on marriage or waiting for a good partner. This book has been super helpful to me. My aunt read it and she let me read it when, you know, I was, you know, kind of, I had a lot of questions. And sure, guys, this book is, I cannot say enough. This book is just so good. Guys, I urge you to read this book. You can get it on Amazon. Read it, you know, equip yourself, you know. And the other thing I pray for is, you know, for me to be aligned to God's timing, not to miss these blessings when they come, you know, so many blessings that I'm praying for and waiting for, you know. Sometimes I think of it like, imagine like a Shein or an Amazon or Temu order, whatever, right? You're waiting for it. And sometimes there's an estimated date of arrival, right? That the package will arrive between this day and this day. But sometimes it doesn't always arrive on time. There's so many factors like delayed flight, delayed whatever from customs, or sometimes they don't find you at home and then they have to bring it another day, or, you know, so many factors that can delay this blessing. So I always pray that, Lord, you know, can I be present? Can I, you know, be on time for this blessing? Let me not miss it. As I end today's video, I just want to remind you that the goal is not just about receiving what you've been praying for, but it's also about you being the right person to steward this blessing once this blessing comes, or whatever you've been praying for comes. So I want to say to you, don't waste your waiting season. Grow and prepare yourself for what is ahead. And I also want to say thank you so much, guys, for all the love, the support, the likes, the comments, the shares, everything, all of the above, guys. I really appreciate you guys, and your support means a lot to me. And yes, guys, the next video. Goodbye.